crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look and find your way, babe. Your way, babe. Look and find your way. Yeah, take a look around you, look and find your way, babe. Look and find your way. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice, pay that. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your heart like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk. And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines, we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize.
He's heating up!
And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
Go fuck yourself.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Lessons from pillar number 6 from mindfulness is that you need to know yourself. Most people can't even be alone. It's time to get off your butt and go to the fucking gym.
My name is Virgie Tovar.
Gross.
Body positivity, body justice.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Fort Worth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 25 Hundo and 67 of the Daily Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you bees.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, I see you, fam. Welcome to the show. Come one, come all. Hit the thumbs up button. Do you like the show? Do you like the knowledge cock? I know you do. So make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on the Daily Swole channel, on Rumble, on YouTube, anywhere, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and share the stream with your friends. Share it with a jabroni or jabbernet. I don't care if you share similar DNA. Share the podcast and spread the knowledge cock far and wide. If you ever wanted to slap someone with an electronic dick, that's how you can do it. If you've ever wondered, and if ever kept you up at night, how do I slap someone with an electronic cock, like a digital cock slap? You send them the podcast. You share the podcast. That's right, Mark. Share it with a vegan. Share it with a libtard. Share it with someone. Share the stream. Share. Thank you so much for doing so. I'm glad to have you here. And just to get it started, watermelon is fucking awesome. Isn't it great? Best fruit ever, comes in its own bowl. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. Janae. Moving right along to less important information, but we love it all the same. I'm going to be having some watermelon during the roundtable tomorrow. Roundtable 43. Tomorrow, May 18th, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so roundtable tomorrow. The episode tomorrow will be private for members only. If you're not a member, one, what the fuck is wrong with you? Number two, you could be there. You can join. You can still be there in time. Of course, we will record it and have it for later listening inside Swole TV, but make sure that you join the Swole fam, swolenormousx.com, and surround yourself with the best people in the realm. Plus, we have all of our programs, yoga, meditation, master classes, everything that we talk about on the show. You have all the tools there to apply. There's too much to list, too much to go through. We have so much content and we're adding new stuff every week. But the bottom line is, if you want to get rid of extra body fat, if you want to decrease your joint pain, if you want to sleep better, if you want to, have a more vibrant and exciting morning routine to launch your day, if you want to just feel better about all aspects of your life, improve your relationships, everything, this is what we do inside the Swole fam. We have people from around the world, all ages, all levels of experience, and it's the collective knowledge cock plus all the amazing content inside X and all the live streams. Make sure that you join us. So tomorrow, episode is private. Roundtable, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Roundtable 43. Roundtable 43 tomorrow. Also, on Monday, we dropped some new merch. We got new designs. We had these summer nice little peach designs for Go to the Fucking Gym. We also have this nice steel, kind of stone marbly type design with Go to the Fucking Gym. That's pretty fucking sweet. So any color that will go with. That'll even go really well with bright colors. I know we have the olive and the black there, but really cool. And of course, if you like, offensive fluorescent colors, we have this awesome purple, pink, fuchsia, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Awesome Go to the Fucking Gym design. So I've been talking about this yesterday. What we're really doing with the Go to the Fucking Gym designs is we are adding as many different color options as possible so you can get the actual Go to the Fucking Gym in the color that you want, with the background that you want, and you can really customize to your heart's content. So make sure you check out all those designs over there. And if you are a member, make sure you check out the latest new yoga class inside X Express Recovery Flow number 6 with Genevieve. Great class. Great fucking class. So I hope you enjoy that as well. That being said, let's get today's nut busted open. We'll give this swole card away at the end of today's episode. Aww. We have Rufus and the church she is all snuggled up. So she looks super cute. There she is. I can just reach down here and get a little ear if I want to. A good girl. She's all snuggled and sleepy. I'll move her a little bit over into the frame more. Beautiful little baby. You're so cute. All right, let's get today's nut open and we will have a great show. We got all some Swole fan posts. Here we go, fam. ain't no privilege like some swole privilege. Ain't no privilege like swole privilege. Okay, fam, hashtag swole privilege. Drop that in the comments down below, and we'll give away that swole card at the end of today's episode. Now let's get into that tip. We got swole fan posts. Just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, here we go. Let's get into that first swole fan post. Here we go.
What's in the box?
All right, we got one here from Carl. And Carl says, "Hi everyone, happy to have joined. Like many of the intros I've read here, the constant barrage of go to sleep and go to the fucking gym finally pushed me to do both. I go twice a week and building up to every day. I sleep a bit earlier and working on getting that regular too. Who would have thought someone yelling at me on TikTok would do the trick? So keep yelling and good luck to you all on your journey." One second. All right. Welcome, Carl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I like it. I like how it works. I'm glad it works. I'm glad it works. A lot of times people, you know, they get scared. They get scared because they're little jabronis or jabbernets. They get offended easily. But here's the thing. I know the content's offensive for many people, but guess what? Being offended is your right, and being offended is your choice. So for anyone that joins the Swole fam, you need to make it through. You need to make it through the moat with the sharks, with the freaking laser beams on their heads. You need to make it through the barbed wire, the electric fence. You need to make it through all that. And if you can make it through, you can join the Swole fam. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. I don't care what your goals are. If you have your shit in order and you have your mind in the right place, or you want to get your mind in the right place, you have good intentions, you could join the Swole fam. So join us. Join us. Everyone is welcome. Everyone. We even have vegans. Settle down. All right, easy. We have some vegans. We have some swole vegans in here. Maybe because they're doing it for their own reasons. We even have some people that hate watermelon. You know?
Matt Damon. We choose truth over facts.
You know, we have all sorts of people. We have all sorts of people in the Swole fam. So join us. Join us today. And if you like being offended, well, you already know you do, and you're already here for the right reasons because you like getting offended. There's no shortage of that. All right, let's get into another Swole fan post, and then we're going to get into some knowledge cock. Sebastian says, "Hey, I'm Colombian living in Kuwait. Just got the unlimited subscription, been a PT for over a 10-year period, and after checking out all the content, I realize I'm still a beginner. Thank you for the opportunity to learn and the knowledge. Thank you, Papa Swolio." No, sir. Thank you, Sebastian. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Colombian living in Kuwait. I believe we might have read that post from one of the other sections. Sometimes when someone posts in the discussion boards and the Facebook group, we get a double. But if anything, it's a double welcome. So welcome, welcome, Seabass. We'll call you Seabass. Kick his ass, Seabass. God, good movie. All right. If you are loving the show and you use email, how many of you use email? I'm sure a lot of you use email. And if you don't know what email is, I mean, I don't even know how you have a pulse, but we are on a journey to make email swole again. So get my knowledge cock in your inbox, makeemailswoleagain.com. That's makeemailswoleagain.com, and I will bang your inbox with the knowledge cock. Just make sure you spit on it. Understand that your phone might get a lot heavier, and just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It's coming. It's coming. Just gonna absolutely fill up your inbox. So join us, and more emails going out today. I've been sending out pretty much every single day. You'll get an email pretty much every single day. And hopefully you've been enjoying that. And make sure you reply. If something hits you in a certain way, if it kind of leaves a bruise and it stings in a good way, make sure that you respond. And we will share some responses to those emails. So if something actually strikes you, make sure you reply. Like Sandy. And Sandy says, "Great message. This is to the Don't Be a Sheep." And I believe this was yesterday's email. "Great message. I look around and I know who inspires me and who doesn't. I plan to rise earlier to go to the fucking gym, so I beat the heat. I'm training for a 5K rugged maniac in Colorado with 26 Army-style obstacles on Thunder Mountain." Thunder Mountain. What a name. It's the toughest course on the 2023 circuit. This will be my third year and got to take care of my herniated L5. So I've already identified 5 obstacles that I have to stay away from, LOL. My goal is to beat last year's time of 45 minutes. It's on August 5th. Thanks, Papa, for all of your positive vibes. Why, thank you for sharing, Sandy. Good luck. That's right before my birthday. So do it for me. Do it for Papa. For king and country. All right. This is in response to the email, should you train hard every day? From Luke. And Luke says, hey, Papa Swolio, first, thank you for everything you do. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the most consistent in the gym and my eating habits aren't incredible, but I'm still working to take each day and make it better than the last. With that said, I am struggling to know what nutrition advice to take. There is a ton out there, and I don't want to just do a diet and call back into old routines. I want to be able to change my lifestyle. I trust you. So would you be able to point me in the right direction for how to grow my knowledge in nutrition? So hopefully Luke is listening to the podcast. Yeah, I would recommend doing an elimination diet. The reason why we do an elimination, the reason why we have the Nutrition Jumpstart in Swolenormous X is because it guides you through customizing your nutrition. So I think in general, people should be on an animal-based diet, but the nuances and the details of what you do day to day, which foods work best for you as an individual, what your nutrition timing is, when you like to eat versus when you train, et cetera, that is, and where you're coming from. Depending on where you're coming from and what you're currently doing is also going to lead to where you should go and how you should go about it. But the elimination diet is the best way to customize your nutrition. So I would recommend that. And if you have any other questions, feel free to use a live chat on the website or send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, join in on the live stream, go to askpapaswolio.com and call in. And thank you for dropping that reply, and glad that you're interested in taking better care of yourself. So a lot of people know that they should, but they don't. So it's important to take action. And that's the first step to taking action. So very important. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let's get into some questions. If you have a live question, hashtag AskPapaSwolio in the comments down below. And of course, if you want to call in to the show, we'll take more calls on Friday. We have overtime on Friday. So tomorrow's episode is private because it's the round table. So we will have an episode Friday, probably, around this time, earlier, late morning kind of thing. But we have overtime right after. So make sure that if you're submitting a question, do so. That way we can get to it for Friday's show. And of course, we have brand new Drive Mole Gaining. We'll have overtime, and we'll have some new exclusive edits, some more balls deep edits. We'll do a throwback post. We'll watch an old Drive Mole Gaining, and we'll drop a new one. And if you've been watching and listening to the show, you know that the throwbacks that we do at the end of the episodes, we do 3 of those balls deep edits every single week. So make sure you're there for that. Okay. All right. Grizzly, Papa Swolio, can you give whoever does your edits a raise? They're killing it. Oh, we take care of our people. We take care of our people. That's why they're killing it, because they enjoy what they do and they get rewarded for it, as they should. Yeah, edits are fire. Edits are fire. Which ones in particular? Because, we do a lot of content, so the Swole team's the Swole team's on point. The Swole team's on point. The only issue is the algorithms and how they change things. So it's interesting. I keep getting these alerts on TikTok saying, have you tried posting videos longer than a minute? Blah, blah, blah. They're trying to increase the length of videos that people post because they can increase their ad revenue. They can convert more. They're trying to keep people longer, and they're trying to promote longer videos. But I think TikTok trained people to have short attention spans. But anyway, anytime I post something over a minute, the videos just don't get any, they don't get distributed. So I don't know why they're telling me, have you posted longer videos? Yes, I have. They don't show them to anyone. They're not getting shown. So there's that too. Anyway, I forget where I was going with that. All right, let's see. Freddie, question, Papa Swolio, with tricep isolation movements, I find a wider grip puts strain on my elbows. Is that a sign you need to focus more on my elbow health? Close grips feel fantastic though. Yeah, you shouldn't have pain, but certain movements based on your bone structure and everything are just going to feel better. So opt for things that feel better for you with triceps. It could be depending on what you're doing. I don't know what exercise that is. If it's an overhead, if it's a French press or a skull crusher, You can use an easy curl bar. You can try different positions and hand grips. You can try using fat grips so you're not squeezing too hard. Definitely wrist and elbow and shoulder mobility is important, but it really depends on the exercise you're doing. So with any exercise, you want to opt for ones that you don't want to avoid training for mobility and improving your form, so you reduce your risk of injury across the board. Because a lot of people, hey, I'll do incline bench because it doesn't hurt my shoulder. Well, you're going to have shoulder problems that compound over time because you're avoiding the cause of the problem. You're just kind of detouring for now, but the issue's still there. So you're avoiding it temporarily. You're just kicking the can down the road. So it's important to address those issues, but you still want to opt for movements that really hit home, that you feel the most, that really, not that you like, but that are most effective for you. Everyone's going to have those movements that are just most effective. Frank, Papa Soul, you need to drop the weight I work out with while I rehab my shoulder. The PT said low weight, high reps. At what point or number of reps am I just wasting my time? It depends on what you're doing. If you're doing rehab, then focus on rehab. Rehab, you're not pushing to absolute failure in most cases. You're doing higher repetitions, just trying to build that kind of work capacity back in that tendon and ligament health. It depends on what the injury is. So, I mean, you're not wasting your time. It's rehab. The goal is not to get fucking jacked and overload your central nervous system. The goal is to get you back to 100%. So if you're doing rehab, you're not 100%. So focus on getting back to 100% and then worry about the next part. You have to temper your ego and focus on different things. I would go hard with yoga and anything. I would go hard with anything that you are allowed to do. If you're allowed to do yoga, then you have an opportunity to really improve your mobility. Use this time because mobility is strength. Strength through a full range of motion is going to help you be stronger for all your lifts. If people focus more on mobility, they would get stronger and they build more muscle. Because you would also be healthier, you'd recover faster, you'd have better, you would activate more muscle fibers, you'd have better shape with your muscles. Okay. Amanda, I don't watch videos over a minute. You also don't like watermelon, so like your opinions are still invalid, Amanda. You're like, I mean, that's fucking bullshit. I don't know. I don't know what you think we're going to get from your comments. I just joined officially yesterday after the podcast. I know. I just sent you a welcome message. Welcome. By the way, welcome, Amanda. Talk about a true swole slut. She gets lit up for an hour and then joined. Welcome, welcome. You're going to fit in just fine. That's what he said. Okay. All right, let's see. Mandy, my name is Amanda. I feel like you're coming for me. Oh, you're next. Mandy, do you like watermelon? And then we'll determine whether or not you're on the chopping block. Don't be an Amanda. It's the new Karen. Amanda's the new Karen. We love the abuse. I know, Rebecca. I know. Don't answer, Mandy. Don't answer.
You switch the samples.
All right. Now we're all waiting. I need the Jeopardy sounds. Okay, let's take a call from Danny Boy. Mandy, I don't love it. I don't hate it. So you're lukewarm? I'd rather you have a strong opinion like fuck watermelon than, I don't know. How do you not like watermelon? I don't. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with Amanda's? What is wrong with Amanda's? No, that's not a safe answer. How are you in the middle? How are you like, I don't know. I don't like it or hate it. Danny, you're on the line. Quick, start talking quickly, bro.
Hey, Papa Swolio. So I don't have a question, but I just wanted to say thank you for what you do because now I'm starting to go to the gym in the morning before work, which is something I never, ever thought I'd be able to do physically and mentally. But you just kept, hammering it down like it's the best for you. It's what's best for you. So I actually tried it and it was tough the first couple of days, but it's my routine now. And now it gives me more time at night with my family because I usually go after the gym. So I appreciate that a lot. I know a lot of people probably get annoyed because you get asked the same question every single day and you answer it every day and it gets repetitive probably. But I'm glad it happens because you might not listen to it the first 10 times, but then the 11th time you answer it, it might all of a sudden click in your head like, wow, I should try that. So keep going, keep what you're doing, and I appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
Dude, Danny, I love it. Round of applause. I love the call. Thank you. And I'm even more than just the call. I appreciate the pillow fluffing, but also I appreciate the fact that you put into practice. And, you know, I said this recently when what Danny said, that I know we hit the same nail most, you know, over and over again in different ways, answer the same questions. And this is why sometimes people listen to the podcast for a couple of years, several months. They see the videos for a long time, but then eventually it clicks. So you might watch my videos or listen to 50 podcasts, and then all of a sudden it just like something that I say all of a sudden snaps, and then, you know, you're in the right place to hear it. So as time goes on, you become a different person. You learn more. So every time you listen to something that I'm saying, a certain question that's getting answered, you're a different person in 3 months. You have different information. You're at a different place. And it just has to be a certain thing set at a certain time, and then it clicks. So training first thing, especially if you have a routine like a job like that's scheduled certain way. You know, I do mobility in the morning, so I definitely do physical stuff in the morning. Do I do all my lifting? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Today, I'm probably going to do my strength training, but I did my mobility work in the morning, did a great way to start the day. We had to go drop off one of the cars, and so the routine can change a little bit, but that's because my schedule is the way that it is. But if I've done this before, if I had 8 to 5 or an 8 to 6 or whatever thing, I would go at 6 a.m. I would go at 5 a.m. Get it first. Do yours first. Do yours first. Dan, I agree. If anyone else has some experience with that, you heard something that I said like, 20 times and all of a sudden it clicked. Dan says, I agree. I can hear something 10 times and do nothing, but it sits in my head. On the 11th time, I think maybe I should do it, and I finally take action. It's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? You just keep on adding a pebble, a pebble, a pebble. If you add 3 pebbles, okay, it's 3 pebbles. You add 1 pebble, it's no big weed, but you add, let's just say 1 million, that's going to be pretty fucking heavy. So it builds up over time, and eventually, all right, you get the threshold. So everyone's threshold is different. At the risk of something inappropriate being said, Amanda says, I learned that in psychology and marketing, on average, it takes 7 times for someone to actually understand something or pursue something. So, yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. And then but here's the thing, once you hear something over and over again, and then you take action. How many times have you heard my content before you took action about the elimination diet or anything? And then after you did it, oh my God, it feels so good. Why didn't I do this sooner? So then the next time you hear some information, you actually are more likely to take action sooner because, hey, maybe it was like the last time. I wish I did that earlier. Let me at least try this now. And maybe you love it again, or maybe it's okay. But you start taking action more. It gets you in the habit of taking action. And that's important. So if you want to be a person that takes more action, then you have to practice taking action. Doesn't mean you just do whatever anytime, but put things into practice. What's the worst thing that can happen? You're no worse off than you were already. Hey, I've never tried this before. Okay, so try it. I've never tried working out first thing. Okay, fucking do it then. What do you think about this? What do you think of that? What do you think about it? Do it. Do it. Do it. And now Danny is saying you can spend more time with his kids and stuff like that. Yeah. And plus, you have that satisfaction throughout the day. You can have shitty customers. You can have something with your boss or whatever it is. You know that you got yours in. You feel better out throughout. You have a pump throughout the day, or you just feel you did something for you first. So the rest of your day, you're going to eat better because you're refueling from that workout. You're not going to train. You're less likely to train really hard. You're going to get up, right? Get to sleep early. You're going to get up early. You're going to go to the gym and train for an hour or whatever it is. Before work, really early, you're tired. You're going to put in a hard fucking workout. Are you more or less likely to eat shit throughout the rest of the day? If you're disciplined to get up early before work and put in hard work and effort to training, aren't you going to make better decisions by default because you want to refuel that? Why would you do that and then erase the benefits of your training? No, you're going to want to do all the other things throughout the day to make sure that what you did first thing when it was uncomfortable and early, you're going to take better care of yourself. Otherwise, why are you getting up early and doing that? You may as well just sleep in and eat like a fat fuck. So if you're creating the discipline to get up early and have a hard workout, the rest of the day, you're going to make better decisions. It's going to help you make better decisions because you want to make that for a reason. So that's why I'm saying, especially when you're building habits, cascade effect. You have to find that lowest common denominator. What's the number one thing that you need to do every day that's going to lead to all the other things getting done? Like for me, I like the cold plunge, but doing the podcast. The podcast is so consistent. Yeah, the time might fluctuate when it gets done, but every day it's getting done. And a lot of things anchor around the podcast, which means other things get done because the podcast gets done. So other things get done around the podcast and it creates good habits. That's why I always wanted to do it every day. But it's the same thing with training first thing in the morning or having a morning routine. It anchors your day, whether it's making the bed or jumping in cold water or doing some reverse sled or some yoga first thing, meditation. Let's see, Brenda, Papa Sully, after hearing daily about your cold plunge, I started. Now I can't do without it. Do you do it fasted or an empty stomach? Oh yeah, first thing. I'm drinking water with electrolytes in it first thing in the morning and I go in the cold plunge. First thing. Sometimes it's not literally the first thing, but most times it is. At the same time, I don't beat myself up if, let's say, something's going on and then I don't do it first thing. I might take a colder shower later, but I'm not like, oh my God, I didn't cold plunge today. My whole day is off. So you need to have a good routine, but you also can't attach your entire identity and the success of your day around everything. So it's good to have different options. What if you don't do that? Here are the other things that you do instead. You don't have time to set up your cold plunge or whatever it is. So you can jump in a cold shower, rinse off for a couple minutes. Maybe that's a good replacement. At least you got something done, or you could do it later and do like a cold shower later. You just you have to put yourself in a position where you execute things in a certain way to optimize your day, but you don't have a terrible day if you don't do them. So it's good as you develop habits, and this is what I do, I tend to have different blocks. So if something happens in a different way, I have different things in routine. I have a couple different routine options where I'll feel satisfied. And I think psychologically that's important because bottom line, I'm getting back to it tomorrow. The most important thing is if something is different one day to the next, then you go back to your routine the next day. You make sure you keep it. Pooches, fuck yeah, caught another live show. Insert gorilla sound here. P.S. I love watermelon, unlike Amanda from yesterday. That's my boy. That's right, Pooches. Fuck yeah. You might be a female, but fuck yeah. There you go. Amanda, right? Right? Am I right? Am I right? All right. So let's see. Any other questions live? This is like part 2. Oh yeah. Amanda hates watermelon. She does. Ain't no lie. That's right. Michelle, when I changed my identity to, quote, someone who works out, I realized that it was never about if, but only when now. That's right. That's right. And I was going to do a much long... Yeah, you just have to adapt. You have to adapt. Giastom or Giastom Greg Mahin. Whatever. Thanks for the question. Is training at home effective? No. You have to have a gym membership and you have to go to a box. You have to go to a building. That's a gym. I'm just kidding. Absolutely. Training at home is very effective. In fact, I train at home. Now, a lot of you have seen my stuff. I have a lot of gym quality equipment. I have a lot of pieces of equipment that is found in gyms. And a lot of you in the Swole fam know that I just got a Smith machine. I just got a pullover machine and an incline machine and a T-bar. I got a bunch of new stuff in yesterday or Monday. It's fucking great. But training at home is also as simple as moving your kitchen table or your coffee table. So it might just be a couple kettlebells. You might have a mace or a club. You can train wherever. The gym is wherever you train. So when I say go to the fucking gym, you can substitute that for go to your living room and move your coffee table. Go to your basement or go to an actual gym. I don't care where you train. So some people are like, I can't afford a gym membership. You don't get the point. You're missing the point. Obviously, people know what a gym is, but your gym it's wherever you train. If you train in your bedroom and you move your chair and you train there, that's it. That's your gym. Or that might just be your gym for the day. If you're traveling, your gym might be in your hotel room or a hotel gym if you're fortunate to have a hotel that has a decent gym, or bring your bands or whatever, bring a yoga mat or just do it on the floor and do some yoga. It's absolutely effective. Wherever you train can be effective. But of course, if you don't have any equipment at home, yeah, you're limited with what you can do. You can do body weight stuff, pull-ups, push-ups, things like that, yoga. You might not be able to do heavy squats if you don't have anything to do heavy squats with, but it's all relative. Okay. Let's do that. Where do you train? Drop in the comments. How many of you train in a gym or how many of you train at home? Oh my God.
Mr. Strickland.
That was nice.
Great Scott.
Oh, that felt good. That was...
I gave it a 10. A 10.
Oh my God.
10.
Oh, Tainty man. Oh, Tainty boy. I love you, Tainty man. You're my tainty boy. You're my tainty boy. You are my tainty man. Aww. So tainty. I love you, tainty man. I love you. Good boy. He's a good boy. Ray is a good boy. All right. Let's take another question. Got a little church in there too. Not as cute at this moment. Just sleeping. But he's cute. All right, let's see. XL00 Schnein. Papa Swole, I have an addictive personality. How do I become someone more in control? Well, I mean, I would say currently, a lot of people have... Well, let's put it this way. Do you have anyone, like a professional in your life, therapy, things like that? If you have an addictive personality and there's something like dealing with alcohol, I would make sure you get some professional help whenever possible, at least to complement. Someone to talk to, someone that's an expert in the field that way, or a good community. You need people around you that are not going to be facilitating these addictions. And addictive personality can be in different things. So if you're passionate about something, in all honesty, being obsessed is different than addictive. But if you want amazing results, you need to be obsessed with achieving greatness and developing and learning and things like that. But addictive personality, usually, just a layman, just definition is addiction is usually something that's at the detriment to your own personal wellness and those around you. So addiction is not a good connotation. I'm addicted to lifting. Well, that's usually maybe you're overdoing it, or you have exercise bulimia where you're just overdoing and over-exercising, you're doing 2 hours of cardio, you're obsessed with lifting for hours, and it's negatively affecting your personal relationships and X, Y, and Z. So addiction's a negative connotation. So meditation's fantastic, proper nutrition. You need to, and this is why professional therapy is important, because it's your community, it's your environment. If you have a lot of people that are facilitating addictions and are negative influences, you have to cut them out of your life. So a lot of people that go to rehab and things for addictions, they go to rehab, they get clean, they come back to their normal environment and they relapse immediately because it's the environment. It's the people you surround yourself with. So when it comes to food, get rid of all of it. Clean house. You need to have people on the same page. If you have a spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend that are bringing that shit into your house, whether it's alcohol or anything, you need to have a stern talking to or get rid of them. You need to change your environment. You can't have people poisoning you. So that's a vague question with addiction, but everyone can voice your own opinions. I can't go too deep on it because it's vague, but meditation, proper nutrition, proper sleep, sunlight, exercise. In other words, you can be addicted. I want to put this framing. Being addicted to the 7 pillars is a better option than being addicted to alcohol or drugs or anything like that. And when I say addicted, focusing on proper nutrition, focusing on training. In other words, get addicted to executing your 7 pillars. Now, that doesn't mean that you're doing everything to the 9s right away, but you have to focus. You have to refocus these types of impulses to, I want to focus on my community. I want to focus on checking off those 7 pillars. Getting addicted to meditation is much better than alcohol or drugs or bad habits, right? So, in other words, you want to make sure you have healthy outlets and surround yourself with positive people. This is why a lot of people are successful in the Swole fam. It's because we have similar goals. We're all trying to improve our 7 pillars based on our histories, our current state, physically, mentally, emotionally. We're all coming from different places, but we're all focusing on the 7 pillars. So you can definitely funnel that kind of energy into these other good habits that will help you improve your day to day. But you can't be surrounded and inundated with those negative influences. So just some thoughts there, but professional help, at least as a buffer. You have an addictive personality. If you don't currently are underneath all these like negative addictions, like if you're really like, okay, you tend to, So you're very cautious. It's still good to have professional help. That way you can avoid going down those rabbit holes. Let's see. Mandy. Fucking Amanda's. Papa Soy, do you think orthorexia is a real thing? I hear all these people talk about it, but it sounds like BS because they don't understand the concept of health. So I think this actually dovetails well with the last question. Orthorexia. Yeah, a lot of when you look at orthorexia, it's like, okay, I think what happens with medicine is everything gets overdiagnosed because then you can have therapy, you can have medications, everything's being medicalized. Everything's medicalized. Everything is a condition or a symptom or something that you can label and tag and suffer from, right? But orthorexia is, again, the negative connotation. So it's like obsessed with clean eating or healthy eating. Like, what does that mean? I mean, I eat steak and butter. I'm not going to eat vegetable oils or seed oils or processed sugar and stuff like that. So, I mean, am I obsessed or am I just making a logical decision? So if you look at that, are you eating, I would say orthorexia, or in terms of the nutrition, is actually probably irrational, quote, clean eating, like irrational choices for nutrition at the expense of healthy relationships that's negatively affecting other areas of your life. So I think, you can label it as that, but in other words, it's a type of like addictive compulsion that will be negatively affecting. Because if you're just living a healthy lifestyle, following the 7 pillars, eating healthy, making good choices, sure, you might have to cut out people in your life that are trying to eat fast food and garbage all the time and stay up all night and go clubbing. So, I mean, am I orthorexic because I'm not going to put canola oil in my pan? Like, I will not eat that shit. If I was starving to death, I would, but I'm not eating it now. Is that orthorexic, or is that just logic and common sense and intelligence? And I have the knowledge to know that that shit's garbage. That's not orthorexic. So that's just, I mean, I ate a fucking steak with butter and raw cheese, and that doesn't sound like orthorexic to me. That just sounds like a good choice. So you have to frame it. It's the framing of that's a negative thing. You're just overly obsessed. And I would say with this whole clean eating, when you look at it on WebMD or something like that, it's usually plain chicken, plain. Oh my God, don't put salt on it. Don't do anything. That's also a bad choice for nutrition. Chicken and broccoli, plain, nothing on it. It's like gross. Like that's not a good choice anyway. So I think I would add to whatever definition is the irrational or misguided concept of healthy eating to the detriment of your health and like relationships and stuff around you. There's other aspects to it, but everything's over medicalized and defined and categorized anyway. Everyone's suffering from something, because if you can suffer from something, then you can treat it. You can have a prescription for it. You can have sessions for it. It creates an industry. But at the same time, it doesn't mean people don't have problems. So, I mean, I don't think it's BS. I just think it's the definition isn't people. I would say this: people overuse that. Same thing with depression. A lot of people have terrible fucking habits and then, I suffer from depression. No, you suffer from eating garbage, not going outside in the sun, not exercising, not meditating, getting terrible sleep, stressing yourself out. You suffer from terrible habits. Do people actually have major issues? Of course they do. It's silly to, of course they do. So, so it's just not as pervasive. It's overdiagnosed is my point. And I think a lot of people with orthorexia is the same thing. So anyone that eats healthy and is like adamant, like, no, I'm fucking not eating that shit. Like, you're orthorexic. Oh, no, you're just an idiot. So I just think it's overused. I think it's probably just people with OCD or obsessive compulsive just latch onto the fitness and the addictive personalities. And then that becomes orthorexia because it's the manifestation of those compulsions and obsessions and addictions in terms of like fitness. But I think it's because it's misguided, because you can say that I'm by the loose definitions. And of course, the looser the definition, the more people can get diagnosed with it. Just saying. Hopefully that makes sense. Albert, hey Papa, which substitute of common bread would you recommend? I feel I could lose muscle if I take it out. What substitute? Don't eat bread. That's my substitute. My substitute is eliminating it. I wouldn't substitute anything for bread. Fruit. Maybe try a little bit of white rice or sweet potatoes, but you got to be careful with those things as well. I mean, I just have fruit, meat and fruit, dates, honey, fresh fruit, frozen fruit, raw dairy, eggs, beefs. Fuck bread. Peasant food. Peasant food. Carnivore bread. Yeah, steak. A steak loaf. Meatloaf is like what? Let's see. Briand. My husband and I really suffer in the winter. Oh, seasonal affective. Being inside too much along with less daylight really affects us, but we are smart enough to recognize that. Vitamin D. You could also do maybe things like tanning beds or red light therapy. You can get one of those units that can help a lot of people. Yeah. Vitamin D supplementation, all those things. Freddie. Papa Swolio with electrolytes. What is a good balance in terms of the powder options? I have unflavored one, which is like 70 milligrams potassium, 240 sodium, 40 calcium, 7 milligrams magnesium. I mean, magnesium, that's, if you're taking electrolyte, I would make sure that magnesium is sufficient. People in general, I'm not diagnosing or prescribing anything, but most people need at least, like, in terms of a supplement, 300 to 500 magnesium, like base level. But magnesium, I prefer magnesium glycinate, or you can try magnesium malate, but I have no issues with magnesium glycinate. So it sounds like it's very underdosed with magnesium. I recommend the ones that I use. I'm just saying the ones I use. I don't know which one that is. Plus, it's the type of magnesium. It's the type of all those things. I would recommend Relight or Element, LMNT. Wilberto, what are your thoughts on CBD products? No real experience. And melatonin, I wouldn't take it. I would change your habits first. And then if anything, maybe start supplementing with like magnesium or something in the evening for sleep. I would avoid fucking around with your circadian rhythm like that. People have terrible sleep habits. So it's the blue light, it's the stress, it's the evening routine. If you want to have a good morning, you need a good evening routine. You're not just going to have a shitty evening routine, then wake up and feel amazing. A great morning starts the night before. So the nighttime routine is much more important than the morning routine. Much more important. Everyone talks about a morning routine. Fuck the morning. That comes after the night. So if you have a shitty evening routine, you're not going to have a good morning routine. And what are you doing to wind down? Red light at night, sun goes down, lights are all red. Put down the phones, turn off the TV. What we do, sometimes we're eating 6, 7 o'clock and we're watching something on the TV. But here's just what we do. I have this app on because we have Macs. I use this app called Iris, and I can turn my screen blood red, and you can adjust like the level. So we have this older TV on the table, and if we're watching like an old movie, like I showed Mama Soy, she never saw Tombstone. So we fucking watched Tombstone. I haven't seen that movie in a while, but what a great...
I'm your huckleberry.
Oh, God.
That's just my game.
It gets better every time I see that movie. And we plug it in, like the HDMI port. I have a little, Mac, like Mac Airbook, whatever the fuck it is, and just plug it into the TV, and I adjust it so the screen is actually more red. So we're not sitting there blasting our eyes with blue light, and as it gets darker, we just turn it more red. We can still watch, something as it gets later, and then we turn it off. So evening routines. Evening routines will benefit you so much more than that stuff. Brenda, maybe I've heard of things like if you're changing time zones and traveling a lot, that maybe melatonin can help you with like jet lag in certain areas, but I couldn't give you any advice on that. I changed my night habits, Brenda, and I now sleep awesome. Red light after 8, no screens, cool bedroom, etc. Brenda, you're fucking crushing it. Brenda's crushing it. I mean, we already knew that, but really, that's awesome. Good for you. And when it comes to phones, turn them red. I know some people use a black and white filter. Make it so it goes red. iPhones, triple tap makes it red. Let me see. Have a screen. I'll show you. So I got the phone. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Completely red. Very soothing. And once you go like red screen, it's really hard to go back to blue light. Once you start fucking around with that, and a lot of you know that once you start going red light at night, if you ever see anything blue or like the fridge, like, it's blinding. So make sure once you get perspective on that, it changes your life, changes your perspective on everything. Let's see. Carson, wait, I could have been asking for Doc Holiday soundboards this whole time. It's like watching the Mancast with my brother's kids. Yeah. Yeah. You're a daisy if you do. Johnny Ringo. I was only fooling around. I wasn't. Oh my God. A fucking good movie. You ain't no daisy. Johnny Ringo. The stress was more than he could bear. Let's finish the job. Indeed, sir. Doc Holliday. All right, let's go balls deep. It's time.
That's deep.
Johnny Ringo, you look like someone just walked over your grave. All right, Longer. Let's do it. Yeah, hell's coming with me. Fuck yeah. Oh, God. So good. So good. So good. All right, where were we? Balls deep. I think the question is, how deep can we go? And the answer is deeper than you ever thought possible. Never underestimate how deep I can go. I know the knowledge cock is thick, it's veiny, the girth is almost unbearable, but I really want to make sure that you all stop underestimating how deep this thing can go. You think, there's no way he's going to be able to go that deep because it's already painful. You'd be surprised. Okay, let's see the Tainty Man.
Because.
Oh, that's right. I need some. I need an intro for Tombstone. Tell them Papa Swolio's coming, and I'm bringing the gains with me. I'm bringing the steak with me. You hear me? Steak's coming with me. How about a shirt? Swolestone? Jimstone? Ooh, Jimstone. What do you think, Jimstone? Tombswole? Or maybe Tombstone. Tombswole. Tombswole or Jimstone. I think Tombswole. Just because it's like Tombstone. Tombswole. I'm your Huckleberry. It's not Huckleberry. A lot of people think it's Huckleberry. It's Bearer. Because a Hucklebearer is one of the people that holds the coffin. I'm your Huckleberry. That's just, so in other words, like I'll carry your fucking coffin. Yeah. It's even more serious. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, I'll carry your fucking coffin. You walking dead man. Let's do that again.
I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game.
All right, let's do video. Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. Pick a number. Pick a number.
What's in the box?
Pick a number. Pick a number. All right, here we go. Swole Privilege. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance.
Hello, baby.
To win today's Swole card. I know, it sounds like Huckleberry. But isn't it better? Isn't it better? I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game.
I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game.
All right. Let's see. Let's go with Wilberto, número 3. Número 3. Amanda, can I pick? What the fuck do you have purple hair? Jesus Christ, Amanda. Amanda just won't stop. She just won't fucking stop. Wilberto number 3. Okay, here we go. Sheesh. You hate watermelon. You have, what is that? Puce? What color is that? Lavender? What do you call that? Oh my God. Amanda was not marked safe from blue hair dye. Okay, internalized fat phobia. Here we go. Horrifying already.
This is like a legit serious question. Is it possible to be fat phobic, but only to yourself?
Yup. Hi, if we haven't met, I am Steph. I'm a body liberation photographer and community creator based in Columbus, Ohio.
I think we need a GoFundMe for Ohio. Save Ohio. Save Ohio. What is going on in Ohio? Oh my God. This is common body liberation L in Ohio. Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. I am so-and-so. I'm a body liberation photographer. Oof, my God. That's got to be horrifying. Please do not show us your portfolio. Holy shit. Can you imagine? Every shot is panoramic mode. Okay, here we go.
I am Steph. I'm a body liberation photographer and community creator based in Columbus, Ohio. And yes, we have so much internalized fat phobia and misogyny and self-objectification and racism and all of the things.
Whoa. Slow down there.
Beautiful retard.
Can you pick one thing? You can't go into racism and misogyny. Pick one thing. You can't just layer all those things. Talk about a kaleidoscope of just nonsense. You ever look in a kaleidoscope, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Tripping balls. Yeah, what? Pick something. Pick one thing. Self-objectification, racism, misogyny. It's all the same, right? Racism, misogyny, they're all the same thing. On a side note, it's not misogynist. You're just stupid. You just happen to be a woman. I don't care what you have between your legs. You can be stupid and be a woman. You can be stupid and be a man, right? We've been over that many times. I don't care what race you are. You can still be an idiot. I don't care if you're from South Korea or you're from Africa or you're from North Jersey. If you're an idiot, you're a fucking idiot. Okay. Equal opportunity retardation on the Daily Swole.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
God. Is Ohio even a real place? Yeah, Lindsay says, does Ohio actually exist? Frank, I love all the Ohio. Columbus is the Portland of the Great Lakes. How is Ohio real? Okay, yeah, we don't care what she's saying, but let's just listen to it anyway.
As women, especially, we are deeply ingrained to self-objectify. So when you're looking at another woman in a body similar to yours and you say, oh, she's so beautiful, her spirit is glowing, and I love everything about her.
Ladies, let's get some feedback here because we have a lot of women watching live. How many times have you looked at a woman and said, I love everything about her. Her spirit is glowing. How many of you, when's the last time you noticed a glowing spirit? Anyone?
But then you see yourself and you go, ugh. That's because
of the mirror. It's not the mirror. Do not blame the mirror. If you're looking in the mirror and you say, ugh, it's probably because you need to go to the fucking gym. There's a reason for that.
You're viewing that woman typically through the female gaze, if you identify as female.
If you identify as female, well, you can't have a female gaze unless you have one of these.
Boys have a penis,
not the first
girls
one,
have vagina.
The last one. So it's not a female gaze unless you're a female. Any questions? Okay, let's continue.
Through your own gaze, you're seeing the complexity of her, right? But when you look at yourself, you're viewing yourself through the male gaze, the patriarchal gaze. This is
These people must sleep so well at night, just being exhausted thinking up this garbage. It must be so tiring making this shit up. It must be so exhausting.
Societal gaze that has ingrained all of the fat phobia and terrible shit in us so that we are looking at ourselves as something to be consumed, not the deeply complex human creatures that we are. And it's so important to unlearn these things because that is how we start standing up for ourselves, acknowledging our worth without needing to diet and shrink ourselves and be smaller and more compliant. That's how we take over the world. Just saying. If you're interested in learning more, come hang with me in the Goddess Gang. This is what we fucking do.
That was insincere. That's fraudulent. Because you said if you want to learn more. The Goddess Gang. You're not learning anything. So I don't, that's not fair. You're telling people they're going to learn things. That's wrong. You should feel bad about that. Oh, kidoki.
Yes, chico.
The Goddess Gang.
They never lie.
The Goddess Gang. Well, if you look up narcissism in the dictionary, that's what you see. You're calling yourself a goddess. You understand how weird that is? Join the Goddess Gang. Ew. Like gross.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Okay, thank you, Bao. It's a good call. Good call. Yas Queen. Yas Queen. Slay. Slay. Fucking slay. Just slay. Literally just slaying. All day. All day I'm slaying. Slay. Slay Queen. Slay. Slay that drive-through. All right, we got some anti-blackness. We got some weight bias, and we got some bites. Cool. No idea what's going to happen here. Gross. Number 1, number 2, or number 3.
What's in the box?
Well, I'll be damned.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Oh my God. All right, hit that like button. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Swole Privilege, America, fuck yeah.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Tainty Man. Aw, little palate cleanser. There's the Tantimian. Mr. Tainty Man. Hello, my sweet boy. Look at that taint. Look at that taint. He's showing it off. He's being a little coy, but it's right there. Look how long it is. It's almost the entire screen, that taint. So tainty. It's pretty ridiculous. Oh, the Tainty Man. Oh, the sleepies. Oh. Oh, the sleepies. And, of course, the church. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's go with, let's see what we got here. Let's do Rebecca Koik. Number 1. God damn it. Number 1. Number 1. Numero uno. This one's called Bytes. B-Y-T-E-S. I don't know.
Today I'm going to show you how to use Byte's pronouns and sentences. And if I sound a little
out of here.
I just woke up out of a nap, so this is where I'm at today. But I'm okay. I think Byte's pronouns are like computer-themed pronouns, or coding pronouns. I'm just curious, like, where does it come from? It kind of sounds like a computing thing to me, but I'm not too sure. I still think they sound cool. They still have a nice ring to it. And actually, somebody did request them, so hopefully the person that did request this sees it. Byte's pronouns are a form of neopronouns. Even if you haven't heard of neopronouns before, that is a-okay. Nobody really knows everything in this world. Also, there's always new things and new ways of learning every day. And Bytes just sounds cool. Maybe it's like also like video gaming inspired pronouns. pronouns. And the reason I say inspired is because these are like a special interest kind of pronoun. And people who use neopronouns are most typically neurodivergent individuals who do have a hard time relating to
Make
gender.
believe.
So typically there's some kind of special interest that inspires these kind of neopronouns that feels closer to what they feel as their gender than she, her, or
Neurodivergent.
him, or even they, them sometimes. Byte has a strong sense of self and is confident in Byte's self and Byte's abilities. Byte is proud of Byte's self and all the accomplishments Byte has achieved, and Byte is not afraid to show it. And I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Please go out and enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather, whatever kind of weather you are having. Enjoy what you can at this moment because you deserve this moment. I love you all so much. And that is why.
How is that so long? How is that so long? How is that so long? What the fuck?
Shut up, bitch!
That was horrifying. I didn't want to pause it because we want that to be over as quickly as possible. Neurodivergent is bullshit. I'm just going to say it. That's so ridiculous. Again, it's this neurodivergent, this whole like blanket terms that people are coming up with, literally making up. It's like the pronouns. It's these little like victim blankets. I'm neurodivergent. What the fuck does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's just, it's nonsense. Everyone's different. That's fine. We're all humans. We're all a little bit different. Great. I have ADHD. I have this and this. Most of the time you're doing shit that you hate. You're eating chemical garbage. You're not doing anything physical. You're just sitting in front of a fucking screen. Of course, you're sitting in a classroom. You're not attention deficit. You're just pumped full of chemicals and you're being taught shit by someone who doesn't care, learning shit that's irrelevant. You're miserable. Everyone enjoys something that they enjoy. The whole point is figure out what you enjoy and then fucking do that to the best of your ability. That's really what life is all about. Do things that you enjoy. And guess what? You're going to be focusing quite fine. You're going to be focusing just fine. Anyway, it's just nonsense. It's nonsense. And that's exactly right. Amanda said something correct. Everyone's mind is like, what the fuck is going on here? No, Amanda, but that's dead on. If you have a label, you no longer have to take responsibility for your actions. That's it. It's narcissism. It's this absolute, just constant, it's like paralyzing fear, narcissism, and helplessness. And if you're neurodivergent, then you can what? Shoot up a school? Say whatever the fuck you want? Well, I'm neurodivergent and got pronouns in my bio. Well, we can't fire this person. We can't get this person can't be in trouble. Because, they say they're a woman, even though they have a 5 o'clock shadow and a cock and balls. Well, I'm a woman and I'm neurodivergent and I'm black and I have 4 fingers on my left hand. Oh my God. Don't be ableist. They could do whatever they want. We do, Rebecca. We needed, that's offensive. That's offensive. We need that. That's offensive. That's offensive. That's Nancy said Amanda's redemption arc. She's like Odysseus. They're gonna blow you back to the other side of the world. She's gonna get really close to Ithaca and then just get fucking blown all the way back. She's gonna start again. Don't count on it. Don't get your hopes up. If that's too highbrow, go read a book. All right, Nancy, this is what happens when everyone is special. That's again, Nancy. Nancy's over here just hitting singles all day long. Nancy's like fucking Pete Rose of the Swole fam, just fucking getting hits, just putting in the work, playing small ball. Yeah, like every once in a while she'll hit a dinger, but she's just getting on base. Yeah, everyone's special. When everyone's a special snowflake, no one's special. Understand? When everyone's special, you're a special snowflake, then no one's special. And no one really is special. No one's special, and everyone is special, so pick one. It's both. They're both the same. If everyone's special, then no one's special. And if no one's special, then everyone, it's the same thing. You're all the same. Okay? We're fine. We're fine. You're fine. We're all a little bit different, but we're humans, so we got that in common. All right. Fucking hell. Well, let's see. We got 2 videos left. We got the sequel for Dumb and Dumber, essentially. We got Dumb and we got Dumber. I'm certain of it. Let's pick a number. Number 1, number 2. Mandy, I've always been a little weird and didn't fit in. Yeah, it makes sense. That fits the profile. You don't like watermelon either, so. But I don't identify with, quote, neurodivergent. If you ever want any kind of, attention, just label yourself and then you're fine. Again, it's a victim shield. Key, thanks for the super chat. Not required, but much appreciated. There's only one, they, and it is God. That's why pronouns are used to try to replace God. Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of evidence that technology killed God. And of course, you have to, this is why liberals and progressives, this is why they worship the state, because it replaces the father figure. They're breaking apart the family and then corralling people into worshiping the state or technology or pronouns. Yeah, it's an ideology. That's why identity politics is so dangerous. It's a religion. It's a neo-religion. Yeah, dead on. Thanks for the super chat. I love it. I like super chats when you drop some fucking knowledge cock for yourself, Keith. Thank you. Rebecca, who does number 2 work for?
You're insane, gold member.
Oh, the podcast loves you, Brittany. Thank you for being here. Okay, though. Okay. Freddie, parents did not know what gender I was. Until my legs were wide open, my cock and balls were for all to see. Since then, I'm clearly male. That's right. Yep. You got it. Freddie's on track. Did we pick numbers already? Did I get any responses? Number 1, number 2. We'll do one more. And then we'll do a palate cleanser. Let's go with Jessica, ST. All right, number 2. Oh, we avoided the anti-blackness. We'll do that on Friday. Weight bias from a young age.
Hi, my name is Brooke, and I study human development. Did you know that children as young as 3 start making
You're definitely an expert in human development. I'll leave it there.
judgments about what bodies are good and what bodies are bad? Weight bias begins at a very young age, and it's learned socially through things that we're exposed to in the media, in our schools, and in our homes.
So, are you telling me that what children are taught in schools and what they're exposed to in the media and in schools affect them? So maybe we shouldn't be confusing them with pronouns and drag shows and, separating them from their parents. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying you can't have one without the other? Like, are kids impressionable and we should be careful what we teach our kids, or should we not? Can you pick one? Yeah, I think we should be teaching kids that being morbidly obese is not good. Feed them good food, give them exercise, and teach them shit that's actually useful. Skills are actually useful in life. But I mean, we know that's not going to happen, is it?
In studies conducted among preschoolers, children began to associate overweight storybook characters with a lot of negative characteristics, and they judged them a lot more harshly than the thin characters.
Because kids are inherently aware that those are someone with terrible habits that doesn't respect themselves, doesn't put in work, doesn't take personal responsibility, blah, blah, blah. Usually. I mean, are people just born without a thyroid, or are they just born... I'm not saying that kids that are morbidly obese have a choice. Their parents are usually the ones that are at fault for not educating them properly because they're not educated themselves. They're not knowledgeable themselves. So fat parents usually have a fat kid. Shocker. You know why? Because they're feeding the same fucking food. They don't know anything about nutrition or health, and the kid's not either. Fat parents usually have fat kids. I wonder why.
And this bias towards fat being bad and thin being good...
Shut up.
It's as strong as racial biases.
No, it's not.
And this has a lot of lifelong effects. Weight stigma can lead to...
She's reading off a card. You don't even know what you're talking about. Why are you reading off a cue card? Look at her eyes. She keeps... If you don't understand what you're talking about, you need to read off a goddamn list. God damn it. Fuck.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Disordered eating, poor self and body image, depression, anxiety, mood disorders.
Food.
It can lead to weight
Education.
gain, chronic health conditions, and even early mortality. But we have the power to stop it, and it begins by changing our own internal biases.
No, it doesn't. It begins by changing your own habits. Okay, great. Excellent. Wonderful. Let's do a throwback. Let's do a palate cleanser. Here we go, beach. Okie dokie. Here we go. We got one. This one is from episode Who the Fuck Knows, but is ooh. All right, this one's gonna be juicy. Throwback time, fam.
Fatarchy is the radical destruction of fat hatred and the radical liberation of fat bodies.
I made it up. I'm making it all up.
Where are these fat bodies being contained? Is there a fat centration camp somewhere?
We are no longer making ourselves small. We are taking up all of the space.
No shit.
We are no longer letting our healthcare providers treat us like shit.
You tell them, sis.
We are going no contact with our fat-hating family.
Ooh.
And last, but not least,
we
are taking down Ben Shapiro.
What?
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie.
You could have told me, all right, list 1,000 things that is going to come out of her mouth next. I would have written down 1,000 things. It would take me a while. I don't think Ben Shapiro would have been on that list. Oh my God, I remember this one. I remember watching the video. I was like, we are taking down Ben Shapiro. Remember? I mean, how many of you were there for that episode? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Out of nowhere. All right. By the way, Amanda says, I wish I knew what episodes these are from. Yeah, when we release them during overtime segments, we announced the episode that they're released from too. So, God, good one. Oh, Ben Shapiro's like, I'm shaking my boots. I'm really scared. I'm really scared right now. She made a video about me, so I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Watch me freak out. I'm going to go to the fucking gym because I should go to the fucking gym. All right. Today's episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. He talks too fast. Anyway. Yeah, Ben's really scared. Okay, where were we? Swole card time. Let's go. Swole card time.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
If you vote for Trump, you're not black. By the way, what a unifier. Brandon, you are such a unifier. You are a unifying force. Thank you so much for your 90 years of service and for driving this country into the ground the last couple of years. We really appreciate it. It's been great. Okay, let's give away today's Swole card. Hashtag Swole Privilege. And of course, tomorrow we have our overtime segment at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's a call. If you're a member, log into your account and click the button on your homepage. I will text you and let you know, but 6 p.m. you can join. Be there, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We will not have a public live stream. It's just a live call for members only. Everyone comes up on stage. We have a great conversation. It's awesome. So be there at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And we will be back here on Friday for the public stream and then overtime right after. He is a great communicator.
I got hairy legs.
He is a great communicator, right? Sniffy McSnifferson. Here we go. Falcon, let's pick me a winner, please. Thank you. Come on now. We got a winner, Brenda Jean Swolicorn. Oh, Brenda.
Congratulations!
Lovely. Hashtag Swole Privilege. Congratulations. Brenda, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2567 in the subject. Your mailing address in the bio of the email. Congratulations, beef. Congratulations. We'll take some soundboard requests. If you got them, drop them in the comments below. We got a little tainty man at the buzzard. We got a little church.
look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there like a little lady in a race car.
Ooh, a physical fitness Biden. Good call. What is this? I mean, mental fitness.
I
right?
am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Now, once you've had sex with a woman, she will naturally start to depend on you, okay? All women do this.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Lieutenant Dan.
Are there any women here today? Loud noises!
Don't forget to watch where the sun don't shine.
Hey, yo.
All right then, leave!
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
Because you are a disgusting fat body!
You make me happy.
Let's hit the table. Coast to coast. Hey, yo. All right. Very, very, very nice.
The three-letter word. Jobs. Jobs.
All right, fam. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you tomorrow for the roundtable. Remember, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Share the show with your friends. Hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Live on Rumble and, of course, on YouTube and many other places. Go to thedailyswole.com. And also show notes down below for all the links for information about the new merch, join the fam, all that stuff. But tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Roundtable 43. And, of course, we have them all recorded. You can listen to every single one, and they go for about 2 hours. So 6 to about 8 p.m. So be there tomorrow. Join now, swolenormousx.com. That's swolenormousx.com. And we'll see you for La Mesa en el Círculo. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we'll see you then. Oh, gotta crank up this hog. I need some bearing grease. That shit's getting a little bit sticky. Okay, fam, thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. 2568 round table, and then back on Friday. We have overtime on Friday, so don't forget about that. It's going to be fucking lit. We'll see you then. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swole. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No